But, very, very fortunate to be a part of, this organization, a part of this team. Couldn't be more fired up, obviously, to be here. So it was all kind of a whirlwind at the time and just lots of life stuff happening. But it's great. I mean, I'm happy to be here, and my wife and I are, loving every second of living here.
So what's the initial because I imagine that I can't imagine something like that as like a text message, right? Like someone's got to call you at some point.
Right.
Like what's the initial response when that happens?
So it was funny. I was actually lifting. I was working out one morning. It's like 7 a.m. And I'm just minding my own business. And then all of a sudden, a scout walks in. He says, "Hey, Coach wants to see you in his office." And I was like, "Okay, that's usually not a good thing."
Yeah.
Like usually that means you're getting
Historically speaking, yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, "Oh shoot!" And so I go in his office, and it was him and Matt Patricia, and we just had a great conversation. And he was just said, "Hey, like we're going to trade you to Vegas with Josh and everyone, and it's a good opportunity for you to go in there and compete, yada yada." And it was a great conversation, left on great terms. But that's kind of how it initially went down. And then I guess he had talked to everyone here or whatever it was, and then I got a phone call from Josh and Dave Ziegler, the GM, and talked to those guys, and was just fired up. I mean, it just kind of came out of nowhere, and I was like, "Oh crap!" Like I didn't know, it never happened to me obviously before, so I didn't really know how to respond, how to take it, but just packed my stuff up and walked out the door and got ready to be a Raider.
And here you are. And I imagine that having Josh here has to help so much, just in terms of obviously knowing the expectation of what a playbook looks like, but also having a friendly face and a familiar voice kind of to help you go through this.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, between the GM, Dave, between Josh, Bo, the quarterback coach, Mick Lombardi, the OC, Carmen Bursillo, the O-line coach. I mean, those 5 guys, I was with them the last couple of years.
I mean, we're talking about all those familiar faces.